श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ नवमोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं तु ते गुह्यतमं प्रवक्ष्याम्यनुसूयवे ज्ञानं विज्ञानसहितं यज्ज्ञात्वा मोक्ष्यसे शुभात्। In this verse, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that he is about to reveal the most secret and important knowledge. Krishna praises Arjuna for not being jealous or envious and explains that this knowledge, combined with wisdom, will free him from all evil and suffering. It teaches us that true knowledge, when understood deeply, leads to freedom from worries and troubles in life. राजविद्या राजगुह्यं पवित्रमिदमुत्तमं प्रत्यक्षावगमं धर्म्यं सुसुखं कर्तुमव्ययम्. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that the knowledge he is sharing is the king of knowledge and the king of secrets. This means it is the highest and most important knowledge. It is pure, very special and easy to understand. The knowledge is also about doing good and following the right path. It brings happiness when practiced and never fades or goes away. Krishna is saying that learning and living by this wisdom will make life peaceful and joyful forever, without ever losing its value. Ashraddhadhanaः purusha dharmasya parantap aprapyaman nivartante mrityu samsaravartmani. In this verse, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that people who don't have faith in the sacred knowledge miss the chance to reach him. Because of their lack of belief, they continue to live in the cycle of birth and death, filled with suffering. Krishna is teaching us that having faith in the right knowledge is crucial to break free from life's hardships and attain peace. Maya tadamidam sarvai jagavyaktamurtina मत्स्थानि सर्वभूतानि न चाहन्तेष्वस्थितः. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that the entire universe is filled with his invisible presence. Even though all living beings exist within him, he is not limited by them. Krishna is teaching that although he is everywhere, he remains unaffected by the world and its changes. This reminds us that God is beyond what we can see and understand, yet supports all life. न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम् भूतभृन्न च भूतस्थो ममात्मा भूतभावनः. In this verse, Lord Krishna reveals a deeper truth. He says that although all living beings are supported by him, they do not actually exist in him. This is part of his divine, mystical power. Krishna explains that while he sustains all life, he remains separated from it. Krishna is teaching that his divine power is beyond normal understanding. He is both connected to and separate from the world, showing the greatness of his spiritual nature. यथाकाशस्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गुमहान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मत्स्थानीत्युपधारय. In this verse, Lord Krishna gives an example to explain his relationship with the universe. He says that just like the wind, which is always moving within the sky but doesn't change the sky, all living beings exist within him, yet he remains unchanged. This verse helps us understand that even though God supports and holds everything, he remains constant and unaffected by the changes in the world. सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम्. In this verse, Lord Krishna reveals a deeper truth. He says that although all living beings are supported by him, they do not actually exist in him. This is part of his divine, mystical power. Krishna explains that while he sustains all life, he remains separated from it. Krishna is teaching that his divine power is beyond normal understanding. He is both connected to and separate from the world, showing the greatness of his spiritual nature. प्रकृतिं स्वामवष्टभ्य विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्राममिदं कृत्स्नम् अवशं प्रकृतेर्वशात्. In this verse, Lord Krishna gives an example to explain his relationship with the universe. He says that just like the wind, which is always moving within the sky but doesn't change the sky, all living beings exist within him, yet he remains unchanged. This verse helps us understand that even though God supports and holds everything, he remains constant and unaffected by the changes in the world. न च मान्तानि कर्माणि निबन्धन्ति धनञ्जय उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तन्तेषु कर्मसु. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains to Arjuna that even though he creates and sustains the universe, he is not bound by these actions. Krishna remains detached and unaffected by the work he does, just like a neutral observer. He is teaching that one can perform duties without being bound by them if they remain detached, just like he does. This idea encourages selfless action without attachment to results. मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिस् सूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains to Arjuna that nature operates under his supervision, creating all moving and non-moving beings. Because of this, the entire universe constantly changes and goes through cycles of creation, maintenance, and destruction. Krishna teaches that he is the ultimate controller, guiding the natural forces that shape the universe, while the world continuously evolves under his direction. अवजानन्ति मामूढा मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितं परं भावमजानन्तो मम भूतमहेश्वरम्. In this verse, Lord Krishna reveals that foolish people who do not understand his divine nature look down on him because he appears in a human form. They fail to recognize his true, supreme reality as the greatest spirit or the ultimate controller of all beings. Krishna teaches that true understanding comes from recognizing the divine in all forms, even when it appears ordinary. Those who see only the surface miss the deeper spiritual truth. मोघाशामोघकर्माणो मोघज्ञानाविचेतसः राक्षसीमासुरीं चैव प्रकृतिं मोहिनीं श्रिताः. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that those who have useless hopes, perform fruitless actions, and possess misguided knowledge are deluded and take refuge in a lower nature, which is demonic and asuric. Krishna teaches that reliance on superficial knowledge and actions leads to confusion and suffering. True wisdom comes from understanding one's divine nature and acting in harmony with it. महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes the great souls or Mahatmas who take refuge in his divine nature. These wise individuals dedicate themselves to worshipping him with unwavering devotion, understanding him as the eternal source of all beings. Krishna teaches that true wisdom lies in recognizing the divine and dedicating oneself to it. This devotion leads to spiritual growth and a deeper connection with the eternal truth. Satatam kirtiyanto ma yatantascha dridavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes the devoted souls who constantly chant his glories and make sincere efforts in their worship. These individuals with firm determination bow down to him with devotion and remain engaged in their spiritual practice. Krishna teaches that such unwavering devotion and dedication lead to a deep spiritual connection. These practices help devotees remain close to the divine and experience true fulfillment. ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा vishvatomukham. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that there are also others who worship him through the sacrifice of knowledge. These devotees see him in various forms and aspects, recognizing the unity in diversity as they offer their worship in different ways. He teaches that recognizing the divine in all its manifestations leads to deeper wisdom. Whether through knowledge or devotion, all sincere efforts to connect with him are valued. Aham krituraham yajnas swadhahamaham mantrohamaham evajyam aham agniraham hutam. In this verse, Lord Krishna identifies himself with various aspects of rituals and sacrifices. He states that he is the sacrifice, the offering, the herbs and the plants, and the fire used in rituals. Essentially, he represents the entirety of the sacrificial process. Krishna teaches that true understanding of the divine encompasses recognizing that everything in rituals is connected to him. All forms of worships are ultimately expressions of the same divine reality. Pitahamasya jagato mata dhata pitamaha vedyam pavitram omkara riksama yajurevacha. In this verse, Lord Krishna reveals his role as the father, mother, and the grandfather of all creation. He emphasizes that he is the essence of all knowledge, including the Vedas and the sacred syllable Om, which represents purity and the ultimate truth. He teaches that understanding him as the source of all creation and knowledge brings one closer to the divine. This verse highlights the importance of recognizing the interconnectedness of all life through the divine. Gatir bharta prabhu sakshi nivasa sharanam surat prabhavav pralayasthanan nidhanam bijam avyayam. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes his various roles in the universe. He states that he is the ultimate goal, the sustainer, the witness, the home, the refuge, and the friend of all beings. He also represents the cause of creation, the end of creation, the place of existence, the treasure, and the eternal seed. He teaches that he is fundamentally intertwined with every aspect of existence. Recognizing these roles helps devotees understand their relationship with the divine and find peace and support in their lives. Tapamyahamaham varshan nigrinhamyutrujami cha amrutai chaiva mrityuscha sadasachaham arjuna. In this verse, Lord Krishna declares that he is the source of both heat and rain. He has control over these natural phenomena and he can also create and destroy. He emphasizes that he embodies both immortality and death, as well as truth and falsehood. He teaches that he encompasses all dualities in life, highlighting the balance between creation and destruction. Understanding this helps devotees appreciate the divine nature of all experiences, both joyful and challenging. Traivintyamam somapah puta papa yagyairištva swargatim prarthayante te punyamasadya surendra lokam ashranti divyan devi deva bhogan. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes how those who perform Vedic rituals and consume soma seek heavenly pleasures. By performing sacrifices, they pray for entry into the heavenly realm and enjoy divine pleasures there. He teaches that while seeking temporary pleasures in the heavens is a valid practice, true fulfillment comes from deeper spiritual understanding and connection to the divine, beyond just the pursuit of rewards. Tetam bhuktva swargalokam vishalang kshine punne martyalokam vishanti evan traidharmamanuprapanna gata gatan kama kama labhante. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that those who enjoy the pleasures of the heavenly realm eventually exhaust their accumulated merits. Once their good deeds are depleted, they return to the mortal world. This cycle continues as they seek desires and follow the path of the three Vedas. He teaches that while heavenly pleasures are enjoyable, they are temporary. True liberation lies in seeking deeper spiritual truths rather than getting caught in the cycle of desire and rebirth.
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna assures that those who exclusively focus on Him and worship Him with unwavering devotion are supported by Him. He promises to take care of their needs and ensure their well-being. He teaches that when one dedicates their heart and mind to the divine, they receive divine support and guidance. This encourages devotees to cultivate a deep personal connection with God, trusting that their spiritual path will be cared for.
येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that even those who worship other deities with faith are in fact indirectly worshipping Him. He acknowledges that their devotion is sincere but emphasizes that their offerings should ideally be directed towards Him according to the right understanding. He teaches that all forms of sincere worship ultimately lead back to Him, but recognizing the true source of divinity enriches the spiritual journey. It highlights the importance of understanding the relationship between all forms of worship and the ultimate divine reality.
अहं हि सर्वयज्ञानां भोक्ता च प्रभुरेव च न तु मामभिजानन्ति तत्त्वेनातस्यवन्ति ते.
In this verse, Lord Krishna asserts that He is the true enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. However, He notes that many people do not recognize Him in His true essence and therefore miss the deeper truth of their worship. He teaches that recognizing the divine in its true form is essential for genuine devotion. Understanding Him as the ultimate enjoyer of all sacrifices enhances one's spiritual journey and deepens the connection with the divine.
यान्ति देवव्रता देवान् पितॄन्यान्ति पितृव्रताः भूतानि यान्ति भूतेज्या यान्ति मद्याजिनोऽपि माम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the paths taken by different devotees based on their worship. He says that those who worship the gods go to the gods, those who worship ancestors reaches the ancestors, and those who worship the spirits go to the spirits. However, those who worship Him with devotion come to Him. He teaches that the nature of worship shapes the spiritual journey. Directing devotion towards Him leads to the ultimate realization and connection with the divine.
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयै यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपैरतम् अश्रामि प्रयतात्मनः.
In this verse, Lord Krishna expresses that He accepts even a simple offering such as a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water if given with devotion. He assures that He will accept these offerings from sincere devotees. He teaches that true devotion is what makes an offering special. No matter how small the gift, genuine love and faith are what truly connect us to the divine.
यत्करोषि यदश्रासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna instructs Arjuna to dedicate all actions, whether eating, offering, giving, or performing austerities, to Him. He encourages that everything should be done as an offering to the divine. He teaches that integrating devotion into all aspects of life transforms ordinary actions into spiritual offerings. This approach helps cultivate a continuous connection with the divine throughout daily activities.
शुभाशुभफलैरेवं मोक्ष्यसे कर्मबन्धनैः सन्न्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपैष्यसि.
In this verse, Lord Krishna assures Arjuna that by dedicating all actions to him, he will be freed from the results of both good and bad deeds. By practicing the path of renunciation and devotion, Arjuna's soul will attain liberation and ultimately reach Krishna. He teaches that true liberation comes from surrendering all actions to the divine. This allows one to transcend the cycle of karma and attain a higher state of spiritual realization.
समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेषोऽस्ति न प्रियः ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna expresses that he is equal to all beings and does not favor or dislike anyone. He emphasizes that those who worship him with devotion are special to him, and he also resides in their hearts. He teaches that true equality comes from understanding the divine nature of all beings. Devotion creates a special connection, highlighting the importance of love and sincerity in one's spiritual practice.
अपि चेत् सुदुराचारो भजते मामनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यस् सम्यक् व्यवसितो हि सः.
In this verse, Lord Krishna reassures that even if a person commits the most sinful acts, if they sincerely worship him without any other distractions, they should be considered. Their determination to turn towards him is what truly matters. He teaches that sincere devotion has the power to redeem individuals, regardless of their past actions. This highlights the importance of turning towards the divine with a pure heart and the potential for change through faith.
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति.
In this verse, Lord Krishna assures Arjuna that a devotee who sincerely turns to him quickly becomes a righteous person and attains eternal peace. He emphasizes that anyone who is devoted to him will never perish. He teaches that genuine devotion brings about profound transformation and security. This encourages individuals to embrace faith and trust in the divine, knowing that their efforts will lead to spiritual fulfillment and protection.
मान् हि पार्थ व्यपाश्रित्य येऽपि स्युः पापनूयः स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्रास् तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna declares that anyone who seeks refuge in him, regardless of their background or past sins, including women, merchants, and laborers, can attain the highest spiritual goal. He teaches that true spiritual potential is accessible to all, encouraging individuals from all walks of life to turn towards the divine. This message reinforces the idea that devotion and sincere seeking are what truly matter on the spiritual path.
किं पुनर्ब्राह्मणाः पुण्या भक्ता राजर्षयस्तथा अनित्यमसुखं लोकम् इमं प्राप्य भजस्व माम्.
In this verse, Lord Krishna addresses Arjuna, highlighting that if even the virtuous and noble kings can attain spiritual realization, then what to speak of them? He emphasizes the temporary and painful nature of the material world and urges everyone to seek refuge in him. He teaches that regardless of one's social or spiritual standing, the ultimate goal is to turn towards the divine for true peace and fulfillment, transcending the struggles of the material existence.
मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैष्यसि युक्त्वैवम् आत्मानं मत्परायणः.
In this verse, Lord Krishna instructs Arjuna to focus his mind on him, become his devotee, offer sacrifices to him, and bow down in reverence. By doing so, Krishna assures that Arjuna will ultimately come to him. He teaches that true devotion involves complete dedication of one's thoughts and actions to the divine. This path leads to unity with Krishna, highlighting the significance of devotion in spiritual practice.
ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे राजविद्या राजगुह्ययोगो नाम 9मोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।